Welcome to the Lost Lowdown, podcast number 90, with your hosts, Claude and Justin.
What's up, guys?
Continuing our commentary series, we're back with episode 108, Confidence Man. So I don't know about you, Justin, but I think I have confidence that a certain man will not only con us, but confide in us as well. Perchance in this episode we'll see the makings of a man who could have been either a cop or a criminal.
Indeed.
I'm a big fan of Confidence Man. You know, Sawyer's big backstory. It really made him a lot more interesting than what we just at this point have seen on the island.
Yes. Unfortunately, it took him being dead before he decided to go down the right path. But I agree. I mean, it definitely, as with most backstories on the show, it definitely makes him more sympathetic. You can understand where he's coming from and why he is like he is, and it's hard not to feel bad for a kid who has that happen to him. So. It's hard to hate him. Although I have to say I still didn't really like Sawyer that much until much later on. It definitely I didn't hate him as much, I would say. Back then. Although now when we watch it, I'm finding that I already like Sawyer.
Yeah.
Just because I already know him, I think. But it'll be interesting to see how that all played out originally, because honestly, I don't really remember all the details of this episode at all.
Mhm. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. I mean, I definitely like Sawyer already, and I think, like you said, it's largely because we grew to like him over the show. And he's kind of like classic Sawyer here. But there was a very long time before I really started liking him. He was very just the antagonistic guy a lot, and causing rifts and hoarding things, and
particularly hoarding things. People would have to go to him, and I mean, Jack even makes that comment later about I'm just gonna go get a.
Yeah, Jack's first great line of the show.
Yes.
Next to live together, die alone, or something.
Exactly.
I'm gonna talk to Sawyer, and all I'm gonna get for my troubles is what are these? I forget the line.
A sarcastic comment, and if I'm really lucky, a new nickname.
A new nickname, yeah.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, that was the way. It was funny to point out and stuff, but at a certain point, it did get tedious. It was like, oh God, somebody needs something. We'll get to watch this scene again. And it really didn't stop until season 3, I think, when they all
when he's in the cage and he can't run the general store anymore.
Exactly, and he comes back, and they even when he comes back, then he has to play ping pong for his stash. And
geez.
Yeah.
That was the great part of season 3, wasn't it?
Yes. Everyone remembers that very fondly. They kept talking about that for seasons to come. Oh, remember the ping pong? Oh, yeah.
Just like the golf,
Good
never
time.
to be played again.
Exactly. It was exactly like the golf. Yeah, so he loses his stash, and he never really tries to get it again. And it was sort of a sign of him becoming less selfish, I think.
Yeah.
And just more looking out for the group. And he really becomes, once Jack leaves, he's really the leader.
Mm-hmm.
And he maintained that until season 6.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely season 5 where Sawyer sort of had his pinnacle.
Yeah.
The whole LaFleur stuff, of course, was
exactly
great. All right. Well, you ready to get into this episode?
I think so. Let me just do a little lag prevention. And okay.
LP. All right.
Yes. Okay, so I think I am ready now.
All right, I'll do the 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll watch Confidence Man.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. So we get it previously on Lost.
Mm-hmm.
Jen tells son to button up.
Michael and Jen have a conflict. Sun speaks English. None of this has to do with Sawyer.
None of it.
Oh, yeah. Sayid gets hit. Wow. None of it had to do with Sawyer at all.
Whose episode is this about?
I would not guess based on that, but I guess that's the only plot stuff that matters. Kay went banana picking, apparently.
She's such a banana picker, and she picked the right outfit for it. Green bananas and green top.
She did.
Someone was reading in this area.
Of course.
And out from the water he came. Banana for dreams. Like Neptune.
Like a romance novel.
It's a romance. He's got bananas. Where's can the scene get more phallic?
Oh, wow. I never realized that.
You know, she I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah, you don't really need to add anything.
Yeah.
It's all there.
It's all there. And just in case you didn't get it, here's the subtext. I can't without a mirror. Very easily.
Yeah.
So Sawyer was a businessman. He's got a meeting to go to.
Of course.
So different than his island persona.
I know. How did this happen?
Happily married to his wife.
So he lost track of time, but he's trying to be responsible. Uh-oh.
Well.
That don't look like business papers.
Those do look like business papers. Any business will take that paper.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so we got a little mystery.
Wrestling in the bushes.
Wrestling in the bushes,
yes.
number 7.
Wow. I don't even know what this is.
The tree frog.
And he runs.
I like the blue
Spoon.
shirt with the green jungle. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. I think I get where they're going with that.
So what's weird is this scene should have been like 2 days ago or something, right? Like, wasn't it like 2 episodes ago that he got hit?
No, that was last episode.
Oh, was it the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the B plot in the Moth.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, did they just set it up in the one before the Moth or something?
They set it up before that, but.
Okay. But he gets hit in the last one.
Yeah. They were about to actually carry it out. Oh, wow. Wow, Sawyer.
Boone was the sacrifice Sawyer demanded.
Apparently so. Damn.
What show is this?
I don't remember that at all.
Lost. Yeah, I remember that. I think he just beat him up for being in his stuff.
Well, yeah, but
I'm sure there's more to it.
Probably.
Maybe we'll get it here. We're going to
Oh, there she is again.
Guest starring.
Wearing that hat.
You don't need a hat in the cave. Six seasons from now.
That's what she's waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Charlie. You'll be dead. Long
Don't worry. You'll be dead. They're going to need to cut your leg off to save you right now. There's just a couple of bruises, but...
No, Jackie, hit me up
I'm a doctor. Oh, that's right. Okay, so he was trying to get the inhaler for him, and that's... Okay.
That's the setup.
Oh, Boone's a detective.
I know. Logical deductions, but the conclusion is false.
Sherlock Boone over here.
Oh, God.
She'll be fine. Just tell her to breathe.
They will. It's coming.
Which I love it because that's the problem.
I know.
When you can't breathe, just breathe.
Jack's not fucking around.
No. Great. You want to see who's taller?
Wow, Kate, just in time.
Yeah. I'm not lying to you. Because the government moves that fast. 2 weeks to triple your money. All right, so he's an investor. He's, he's trying to invest his hard-earned life savings into one risky deal.
Apparently so.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You know how many film noirs started this way?
Yep.
A torrid relationship and money,
Mm-hmm.
That was a great way to deliver that line. He was like, wait a minute. I got to be serious here, do you? One tick, two ticks. A Dharma brand Hershey's Kiss.
Dharma brand Hershey? That's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, because the Hershey's Kiss is a specific thing, right?
Oh, okay. I see. Dharma brand, comma,
Hershey's their version of a
I see. Uh-oh.
Wow. I didn't tell you to talk, even though I was talking to you. Wow, Kate's getting what she didn't ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that is. I mean, he's 6, right?
Yeah.
There's a P.S. that's real good. And it'll be in a slave ship. In the middle of an island.
Wow. I don't think he saw that coming. And the others are going to bring
Now you want
there.
to kiss me?
Yeah.
That's great. He knows how to turn a girl on.
He really does. Very suave, that Sawyer.
It's weird because she didn't want to kiss him to begin with. I like this scene a lot, but it's weird how it sort of changes.
Yeah.
What it's about, back and forth. It's like, now you want to kiss me? I didn't think so. It's like, well, she never did.
Yeah.
He's not talking much these days. Profiting by walking?
This is weird because Locke is the one who did it, and he's just blaming Sawyer for it.
He's trying to say Sawyer did it.
Yeah.
Well, he also says the person who did it, wants people to stay there, but Sawyer doesn't want to stay there.
Yeah, that's true. He's taking advantage of the fact that they're there, but that doesn't mean he wants to be there.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Breathe.
Just try to breathe.
Damn it, stop taunting me, Boone.
Make it sound easy.
See, it's great that Sawyer can walk around and not feel guilty because he doesn't actually have anything.
Yeah.
But he decides to, what makes him an interesting character is he decides to shoulder the ill will from everybody for them thinking that he has it.
Exactly. Oh, wow, Jack hurt his arm.
That was a good punch.
It was.
I had 2 in me. But this is what he wants, right?
It is, yeah.
He wants to make Jack look so bad because he's gonna like deliver the Whopper.
Mhm.
See, I think that's definitely the kind of scene you only get on Lost. Anybody else would have written Sawyer just having him fight Jack,
Yeah.
having him hit him back and stand his ground or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like you don't know what to think of him after that. Like everybody looked at him like, all right, you're the bad guy who lets the good guy beat him up.
Yeah, who just kind of
right.
sits there and gets punched in the face.
That's
The money, he says.
Still doesn't mean it's real money. And scene. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep. We get it just from that.
Mm-hmm. Drugs, too.
Good point, good point. He probably don't want to tell her about the drugs, though.
Nah. So we can all move back later.
Mhm. All this trouble. How long has this been going on?
I told her to, but she's not listening. This makes it seem like asthma is psychosomatic.
Yeah, it does.
Maggie Grace, everyone.
I know, God.
It's a tough job for an actor to express breathing. See, Boone, that's how you do it. Hey, Hurley, what's up?
Did someone say Jedi moment?
He's playing fast and loose with Jedi moment. Come on,
Yeah.
It wasn't that great. Wow, Jack didn't have to think about it too long.
Not at all. They're both going to feel bad about that later.
Yeah. It'll make for a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Look how curly your hair is. There must be food on the island. How come nobody called him Curly Hurley?
Yeah, they really should have.
Right? Dodgeball mode, Jack. Stupid sustenance. Keeping us alive. Asthmatic Annie? What was that?
You know, it's weird. I think she knows what asthma is.
Mm-hmm.
They're making her a little worse at English than she is later. Oh, yeah.
Boom!
Love the Saeed wake up.
Yeah, that's the British in him, I think.
It is. Good morning.
That's straight from a Guy Ritchie film, you know?
Yes, exactly. Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot. Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't have anything.
No, he really didn't.
It's like Sawyer's playing a game of chicken, but he's the only one who's playing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like he's gonna take it to the end, but they don't know they're playing the same game, the different game.
Yeah, exactly. He's just willing to endure this.
Mhm.
He's gonna win the game of chicken.
Mhm.
Love that. Unfortunately for us both.
Yeah.
Classic Saeed.
It's total setup for Solitary.
Yes.
Is this the bamboo, like where Jack woke up? Is this that area?
Maybe. Wow.
It's her. Sometimes he's like this close from being Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
With how he talks sometimes. He's got obviously more of a twang.
Right. The Southern Jack Nicholson.
Mhm. An apparition?
Oh God. What's that might be?
This might be Smokey. What if this is Smokey? How do we know it's not Smokey?
We really don't. Oh man, that'd be great. That really was the apparition shot.
Mhm. Don't you want to kiss me now?
Yeah.
Freshly tortured? Genuine Iraqi. Straight from Iraq. By way of London.
Mhm.
I love that. Sawyer's not greedy. Only because I love you.
Wow.
Get a room. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's all kinds of slaps in the face. This whole ordeal just, oh man, it's great.
Should have been wet then. How did you read it?
Get the elbow.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Ugh.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
That's a really bad artery to hit.
Yeah.
That'll kill you pretty fast.
Ugh. Like those slurpy sounds. Bad.
Just breathe, Sawyer.
Locke gave him that knife too.
This is a Man in Black as Locke already? Did John Locke ever wake up on the island?
He was telling himself he had to die.
It's fine. Yeah, the cave set is weird. I don't really like it. I don't like the darkness.
Yeah,
the light,
it's really dark.
The light is always, just kind of haloed on them a little bit, and it's a weird look to be compared to the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, the beach just looks so nice.
Yeah, this looks like a set. They have like this one way to come in and out, and
yeah, it is a set.
That's
the thing. Whereas the beach is actually a location. So I think that's the problem. I guess like the only reason why it's frustrating is that they do a lot of work to set up why it's logical to be at the cave. And it's more like, well, it is logical, but the beach looks better.
Yeah. There's a reason not a lot of TV shows are set in caves.
Yeah. Indeed. He's right.
That's what doctors do. Looks like his neck is on backwards.
Wow.
That just means you guys are trustworthy. Doesn't mean he's trustworthy. I love those bad conclusions. I just came to see a con man.
Oh.
Just in case he kills, just in case Daddy kills you all because of him. And I gotta write a letter.
That is totally the subtext. If only we could hear that. What does it mean?
It means his fingers hurt. And his arm, too.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob saved you.
Did he?
Who knows?
He might have. Why not?
Didn't the handwriting, tip her off to that? Maybe she just thought Sawyer had childish writing.
No, what?
I'm saying the handwriting should have tipped her off, too, that he was a kid when she read it.
Well, the original thing was that some kid wrote it to him.
Oh, that's right.
But then she realizes it's too old for that. See, I think that Tennessee thing, that, Knoxville, Tennessee stamp, I think that's where I originally got the idea that Sawyer was from Tennessee. But later on, they tell us it's Alabama. Because if the kid's, got that Tennessee envelope, it's weird that he sent Alabama.
Man of mystery.
Mhm. He is a complex guy.
Mhm. That's the only way to get good leg room in an aircraft.
That's the takeaway.
Just have it in pieces on a beach.
This is what it takes. Oh yeah, son with her herbal medication.
Yeah. Horticulture specialist.
Little they know the inhaler's like 20 feet away.
Yeah. They taught us never to use this in medical school. Charlie's just been tending Claire all day.
Mhm. That's his whole story for
It's
this
been like, you should move to the caves, you should move to the caves, you should move to the caves. And now I guess he's got it.
Now we're moving to the caves.
Mhm. Or he's got his version of peanut butter.
Yeah.
So smooth, it's light as air. In fact, you might think you're not eating peanut butter.
But don't let that fool you.
Don't let that creamy taste go to waste. You better hope it doesn't make him want a glass of milk. You don't have any milk.
Good point, good point. Glass of cave water?
I guess they both have heat exhaustion. That's how a doctor would explain this scene.
They're both hallucinating
now. Going crazy. Come to this.
Claire's already crazy.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Set up.
What? That's a big setup.
Yeah.
We don't know what's out there.
Totally.
But I did a little bit.
But I did it. Oh, that's right. He's going to map it.
Mhm. Or find someone else's map.
Yeah, that's right. He's got a map, but he doesn't need to.
May the queen be with you.
A montage? Wow.
Yeah, a little montage.
I would not have guessed this would end with a montage.
So this is the not Hurley listening to anything montage. This is just music playing.
Yeah, I don't think he's got this. Wow, I don't remember this at all.
Cave water?
You can't burn that.
Vengeance doesn't burn. Or does it? He didn't actually say goodbye to anybody. I mean, Kate just happened to see him.
Yeah.
But he just took off.
No, he's just exiling himself with no comment.
Mhm.
Wow. There it is.
All right, Confidence Man.
Boom.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good episode. I like that one.
Mhm.
The montages are weird. Like, I think when I initially watched it, I didn't like it. And like they're working for me now, but only because of the show as a whole, and the fact that I know that these characters are significant to each other in the long run. But like I think initially, like they've only been there for, I mean, I haven't read Lostpedia, but haven't been more than a week and a half or something. Like,
yeah, this is day 10.
Yeah, like it feels a little weird to me to like be getting sentimental already.
Mhm.
And I guess initially I wasn't ready for that yet. I felt like they needed to earn that sentimentality more.
Mhm.
And so I think that's the problem I had with it. I mean, it's okay. It seems okay now, but like at the time, I'm just wondering I'm wondering how they wanted to sell that. Like it just seems weird. Except for some of them, they're mostly just strangers, and I mean they're having drama, but it hasn't got that deep yet,
Well, yeah, I think the writers would probably disagree and say that they've been in these extreme circumstances already that have binded them together and made them kind of definitely not as far as they will be connected and the experiences that they're going to have, but I mean so far it's been pretty tumultuous for a lot of the characters. So I think that's what they're trying to get at with those montages is what Shannon and Boone just went through is fairly big for their relationship, I think. I mean, it's sort of downplayed, but but that's a fairly big deal for Boone, to help her and sort of be at risk for her, what he did and all that stuff. So and then they show that in the montage. You see them together.
That's true.
So I think they're trying to get that across, where they're saying, okay, all this crazy stuff happened to so-and-so character this episode or these people, and here's a montage to show either how they're reacting to it or, just to show, that this idea of this moment or something,
Right.
Or a chance to reflect on what happened, kind of how the montages are sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you in your larger point that, the sentimentality definitely is strengthened later when, there's more deaths for the the core characters, and they go through, increasingly strange and unpredictable things. And so it definitely, gets stronger later on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even by season 2, like when the people come back from the raft expedition, like that's enough for me to get a montage like that, or the corresponding season 3 thing, or the season 6 reunion. Certainly, like those all sort of make sense because there's like these huge like extreme series of events that go between the two things, but it's like, so far it really is just, I mean, I know what they did to Sawyer was kind of bad and all, but it's really just like pretty, small scale personal drama right now.
Well, but that's all they have, right? I mean, in context, it's still sort of the same because that's the most important thing that's happened to them so far.
Right.
On the island, so.
Yeah. I guess, I just feel like season 1 is the only season where they just kind of throw these in without, some big thing to back it up. Like in later seasons when they did this, it was surrounded by a correspondingly, large series of events.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in season 1, they just, there's more. I mean, we've already seen like 2 or 3 of these montages, and it's only been like 8 episodes. So it's like not.
Well, it's just part of their storytelling to have these montages. I mean, they just cut to them at the end. That's just something they obviously decided to do.
Yeah, but I think it sets apart season 1 from the later seasons. Because they sort of stopped doing it, except when it felt more like they had earned it.
Yeah.
But
I would say the later seasons is more about the plot anyway.
True.
It becomes more wrapped up in that.
True. I mean, it kind of has to be.
Season one has a languishing quality to it.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's weird to see that because at the time, it's just the tiniest kernel of something could spark my interest.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hang on for that, And in this one, it's like the big mystery so far. I mean, besides the stuff on the pilot, is like who knocked Sayid out,
Which I want to point out was never addressed again.
No, they didn't resolve it.
They got totally derailed by Sawyer having the because it's like Sayid. It was kind of like Sayid was going to torture Sawyer. Not only because of the Shannon thing, but because he thinks Sawyer knocked him out. But
exactly.
He never actually talked to Sawyer about that because it was more pressing to get Shannon's inhaler. But
right.
It totally got dropped. And now Sayid left, and he didn't even solve the mystery of who hit him. So I guess he told himself, we'll talk about this later.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's like when he attacked Sawyer, that was part of what was motivating him. But then because he stabs him in that weird place, then it becomes about that, and then they never really return to it again. So he's not gonna. I mean, I do think they resolve it later on in season 1, but it is going to be a while before they even reveal who it was.
Mm-hmm.
They floated a suspect, but they didn't even really confirm that Sawyer didn't do it.
Well, it looks like they want us to have this idea of almost a mole character where there's someone amongst the group who doesn't want to get off the island.
Yeah.
And we should be somewhat interested in who that person is. Like, okay, why would somebody not want everyone to leave? It's this is season 1. The whole idea is when are they going to get off the island?
Yes.
Yes. So it's interesting how they're just putting this, bogeyman, as I like to pronounce it, out there,
yes.
And how long it takes for them to address it.
Yeah. And it's also, season 1 is also about who the characters are, and who it is that wants them to stay there ties into that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing you have to realize, and Sawyer definitely doesn't want to stay there. He never does.
No. So
it makes sense that it's not him. But they don't quite tell us that. I mean, you're just left with,
I think the casual viewer forgets that we're asking that question.
Yeah.
I think the episode goes on and you forget that even came up, that Sayid was trying to figure out who hit him.
Pretty much, yeah. It's sort of other stuff takes prominence, and you pay more attention to that, and because that becomes more interesting. But the question remains, and again, continuing the trend, it flows perfectly into the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Sayid's participation in the drama in this episode leads directly to what happens next, which I think is great. I really like how natural that feels.
Mm-hmm.
That, the way he gets involved with Sawyer, tying into his past and what he feels guilty about, resulting in him being the first person to go out and explore.
Yeah, and it's like, Sawyer's past makes him do what he does in solitary, which makes Sayid do what he does.
Yes.
And then, next episode we get to see why Sayid, ostracizes himself because of his backstory.
Yes.
And what that means. So it's cool. It is organic and it feels really natural, and it's cool to have that sort of overlaying of how they weave the stories together.
Exactly. It's good. It's good because the characters' motivations become aligned with developing the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually good writing.
All right. Well, anything else with this episode?
Well, again, I'll just point out, I mean, this doesn't bother me. I'm not saying that I enjoyed this episode. It was good. I mean, I can't really say there was a lot that was bad about it, but I'll just say, again, there's really nothing about the island in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
They could have had that story play out in any sort of secluded location where they were trapped together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really got nothing to do with the island, as the last several episodes haven't really.
Yeah.
And it's surprising to me how long, that's the central mystery, but they really don't address it for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in the next episode we do kind of get more, so they're able to string you along. But
yeah. Well, it's primarily about how are these characters going to cope in this survival situation.
Yeah.
And that's what all this stuff is.
Yeah.
And then because you don't know, you don't really know the central question. What is the island? Asking that in season 1 is different than asking that in other seasons. Every season, maybe that question is different.
That's true. Yeah.
So saying it now just means, okay, well, where are they? This place isn't on the map, or it's whatever, But you're not really, and it's got, Smokey obviously is going on there, but you're not asking the big mystical questions yet.
Yes.
Or any real big supernatural questions.
Right. That's true.
It's still down to earth.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, it really is just down to the smoke monster and the French woman's transmission.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the most mysterious island things they've introduced so far. And obviously one of them is going to be a real slow burn, but we're going to get the other one pretty soon. So they didn't really waste time on that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be the next episode.
Yes. Can't wait. We'll be back for that. Yes. Yes, that should be fun. The premiere Rousseau.
Ha! Everyone's favorite French woman.
Indeed. The French and the English come together again.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week with Solitary.
Yes. See you then.
Thanks and namaste.
Namaste and good luck.